to work on this spiral and double box braid again. I finished it up and it's about between 8 and 9 inches long, which isn't a very long one, but you can add these to your mum just off to the side or even in the middle, and you can hang something down from the bottom. You don't have to have all your braids all the same length as the mum. You can change it up. And what we're going to do with this is I'm going to add to it another chain. I'm going to make a loopy chain. So it's going to be 2 chains in one, and it's going to be a long one. But first I wanted to show you how I end these or finish these up, because I didn't go over that on the video. So on the black ones, I ran out of one side of the black first. So I just folded it over and then went in there and stapled it, and folded that black one over and stapled it and then cut off what was left. So I'm just going to take, this is going to be my front side. So I'm just taking the orange and putting it through that loop right there. And I'm going to pull that, you know, as tight as it'll go. And I'll put my stapler through there and just give it a staple so it doesn't come loose. Now you could hang these with one of these or both of these, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cut them off because I want to add another ribbon to it, a long one. So I'm just cutting that off real short because I want a ribbon in the middle. Now don't throw these away because they're long enough that you can use them for loops and stuff. I'm making some loops and I've already done 4 of them. So I'll show you how I did those. I cut these at 6 inches. That's the length I always do on loops. So on the black ones, I kind of put them off to the right, and then on the orange ones, I kind of put them off to the left. And when I do that, I like to, you know, put these on one side and those on the other so it reminds me how to do them. And then I mixed and matched colors and patterns. So this one is the 1 1/4 inch width, and then this one is, I believe, the 7/8. It's number 5. So I just want it towards the edge like that. No, actually I need to do it that way. I'm not even paying attention. So this one will be off to the left. Okay, so I stapled this one. Now I'm gonna add, well, I'll go ahead and do this one next. So on the black, I'm going off to the right. Staple that one. Now I've got 2 patterns left, so I could do the orange on top of that one. I mean the silver on top of the orange, or the silver on top of the black. And I'm gonna stay with this pattern and doing the white on top of the orange. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of hot glue right here on that last 1/2 inch to inch, and give it just a second to cool a little bit, because I don't want to put it on here scorching hot, because it will mess up the braid a little bit, or the ribbon. There, I'm just patting it down. As you can see, I put that on there hot, and you see how it made it curve a little bit. That's what you got to be careful about. And see, that one didn't do it because I waited. So you could put hot glue all over it. I'm just going to put it right here and grab the little corner that's safe. Just give it a second, because that thing has been hot for a while now. Okay. And you don't have to go all the way up to the size of, you know, you don't have to cut these at 6 inches, because I'm not stapling them, I'm hot gluing them. So really you only have to go about here. So that'll save you on these little pretty ribbons if you don't cut them the full length. Just put some hot glue here and some hot glue here. And then I'm going to add something on the top of these, so I don't have to worry about the top either. Okay, one more. Just a little bit of hot glue. Just a second. Okay, tap that down. A little bit of glue there. Tap that down. Okay, so we got 3 orange ones and 3 black ones. Now there's different ways that you can hang this if you weren't doing the loops. I wanted to show you too, you know, you can take some of this diamond mesh and take a longer strand than this. And, you know, 2 or 3 or 4, however long you want to make it. Just hot glue it right there in the center, and then you could hang it from your mom like this, and it would have that pretty bling. So however long you wanted to make it, that's a easy way too. So if you don't want to make a full length one, you can just make a small one. Sometimes I just make a small spiral and have a bell or something hanging off of it. Just cutting a piece of the 1 1/4 width. Again, I'm going to put it right in the middle. The reason why I'm not putting it on the end is because when I hang it, it's going to kind of fall forward. So I really want to get it in the center if I can. My stapler, and I'm just going under the top one, because I don't want to staple those down together. I want to make sure I'm not ruining my braid. Get 3, see if I can get one more. Okay, I've got 4 staples in there, so that should hold it good. Now I'm going to figure out how I want to do my loops, and I'm going to separate them so I don't get them confused, because I want to alternate the orange and black. So I can do them just straight in a row like this on top of each other. Yeah, something like that. See, I've just added, I've done 2 braids in one there. Or we can, you know, move these like this. And like I said, I can cover these with like diamond mesh or something. So if I want to separate them. And if you don't want to hang it with something like this, you can also use like a glitter ribbon, a real pretty glitter ribbon, and staple it or glue it like I did, and just use that. And then you could put trinkets on it. But I think I'm gonna do it like something like this, and then I will decorate the tops of those. Now this video may end up having to be in 2 parts because I cannot upload anything over 15 minutes. If you've wondered why I have so many videos with more than one part to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna staple those. And I'm leaving space because I want to put like a pretty bow right there, or some tinsel or something. So I want to make sure that's completely on there, but tilted to the left. And I'm just going to staple that 1 and then twice. And I'm going to do this one. And I'm just going to leave enough room where you can see that, because I am going to, like I said, I'm going to cover that up. And I'll make sure that my little loop is not coming over either side. And I always staple sideways on these. That one. I'm going to cut off that and just attach it like this. So I need my hot glue gun again. And I'm going to hot glue this and not put the hot glue directly on the ribbon. I'm going to give it just a second because it's very hot right now. Put that on the very end. Push it down. See how pretty that is. Still put stickers on there if you wanted to do a short, you know, a name or the year. Just make sure that they're bold and they stand out against these, you know, because sometimes they'll get kind of blend in with them. So you want to make sure it's something that's really going to work against the background of your loops on there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is cover this up. Now I could just put, you know, some of this all over it. That would be an option. Okay, I've got this tinsel that I could get a big chunk of that, and I could put it right there. See what that looks like. That would be a quick way to cover it up, and it's cute. Okay, I'm going to try a little bow here. I've got some organza ribbon in orange and in black. Just want to take one of these pretty chenille stems right in the center and twist it over. Give it a half a twist that way. And take some wire cutters because you don't want to mess up your scissors. I'm going to cut that off a little bit. Okay. And you can kind of move these around how you want them, and you can just staple on top of there. I can get under there. Okay, give it a staple. Now I'm going to go to the other side, and I want that chenille stem to be on the side. I just want to work under there again. I don't want to smash the braid, so I'm just going under the top layer. Make sure that staple is on top of the chenille stem. It is. So then you just want to curve your chenille stem and under so it doesn't poke. So just wrap it under there, and if you need to do it a couple of times, that's fine too. You can just hot glue those on there if you want to. I usually staple most of my bows on my homecoming mums, unless I'm putting the bow on like gross grain or satin. I usually hot glue. But that's, there you go, there's a pretty little bow on the top of that. So now I have two braids in one. And this is about 24 inches long from top to bottom, so it'll work on a longer girl's mum. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.